Hello guys, welcome. Today I'd like to show you counter to Profundity with Executrix. I made a video about 2 weeks ago on that counter, but they nerfed Scythe since, and apparently it was so that we couldn't counter it anymore, but turns out we still can, and very reliably too. So I'm gonna show you two counters. One that I haven't tried as much. I think it's the better one of the two. It leads to a consistent 73 to 76 banners win, but since I've only started to play it recently, I might be missing some edge cases with really bad RNG that lead to a fail. So yeah, I'll show you two counters. The other one I've played it for longer, works really well, but it's a lot messier banner-wise. So for all those battles, I will be playing my shellmate TJ. He has maxed out fleet, so relic 9 Redus with Omicron, relic 8 and 8 Han and Chewie, relic 9 Dash with Omicron as well, and his phoenixes are also pretty high. So that's the kind of really the best kind of Profundity fleet you can find out there. And so the first fleet only consists of those 4 ships, which is why it's really good, right? Because if you just have those 4 ships, then you can do a Tarkin fleet and a Throne fleet on defense with the leftover Empire guys. So Vader, Seas Bomber, and this guy, I guess, the TIE. And then you bring in TIE IN, TIE Defender, and you can even bring this guy as well. So you can have really defensive, really solid defensive Throne fleet on top of the Executrix on offense, which, like I said, is going to get really high banners against Redus. Alright, so let's get into the battle. There are a couple very important things that you need to make sure you do right, otherwise the counter fails. We'll go over each of them carefully, and then we'll do another one, faster one, once we have all the steps in order. So the AI has been changed in order to fix Scythe at the beginning, so it will always do that. And as you can see here, my gauntlet is going to move after the enemy Profundity. This is essential because then you can use this ability to dispel all the debuffs, especially ability block, which allows Scythe to use its special on its first turn. And you really need that. So to do that, depending on how highly geared your crew members are, you might need to remove some mods on them. I actually stripped my ISC of all his mods. He's relic 1, he has no mods. And Gar Saxon is relic 3, he has only 5 dot mods. No, not a single 6 dot mods. And that puts the ship at 156 speed. To move after a Profundity, a maxed out Profundity, 6x6 emotes on Raiders with Omicron, you need to be at 158 maximum. So I put it a little below in case I face an opponent who is missing some 6 emotes on Raiders, or who doesn't have the Omicron or something like that, so that you really need him to move after Profundity, right? So you use this special, and boom. Now Scythe can use his special one. So as you can see, Outrider focused the TIE. It always will go for one of the summons, either this one or this one. Doesn't really matter which one. And now you're gonna go ahead and do this. You get Foresight, which as per Scythe unique puts mark on it. And now when the enemy Y-Wing moves, it will be forced to target this guy. And it will use his shield disruption ability, which is really powerful, and it will miss. And that's very important that he does it on him, because if he doesn't do it on him now, he will do it on the next turn, and that would be on the Empire Bomber. And if that happens, you might lose the Bomber early, and then you lose. So you really need to make sure it goes on him. So to do that, here you use the basic. If you use this, it will put taunt on one of them, and then you might get shield disruption on them. You don't want that, so basic. Tarkin goes, again basic, because if you use this ability, you have a chance to put ability block on this guy, and then he's not going to be able to use his special on his turn. You use it on the next one, that will go on the Empire Bomber, and once again you will lose. So basic again. Now the enemy does that. Okay, and now we can use that, remove all their buffs, gain a bunch of stacks of formation. We'll just go for a basic here. And now here comes the first Phoenix. They are hard-coded to go for him, so they go for him, that's fine. Now we can do that. Force Outrider to target this guy. And now we have a Falcon AoE, which always kills at least one of the summons, at least in my experience. Even Scythe takes some damage, but it's fine, we survived. So now we can come in with the Bomber. Bomber comes in, puts burn on everyone. So as you can see, everyone is burning, so we don't need to use this just yet. We can wait one turn, so we'll just use a basic. Doing that effectively increases the time during which you have a burn on the enemies. Basic to kill this guy. Now we'll just go ahead and do a basic on him. Actually, we can even use that. More damage. this calls an assist, and we don't have a daze on him, so we can just target himself because it also heals 50% health. And if we get the kill, we didn't get. Oh, we got the kill, but he didn't. Like, he didn't get the kill. If he did, that would have put fear on the enemy ships as well, which would have been really good. Okay, so that's fine. Now we can gonna use offensive to gain some damage. We can put the taunt back on this guy. Now is a good time to do it. Now we're gonna go ahead and dispel all the target locks on our ships, so that when this guy goes again, he won't be able to ability block us with AoE. Like so. If we were target locked here, we would have been ability blocked. Now we can kill the first Phoenix guy. Here we can... Yeah, using the AoE will actually give taunt to him, so we'll just use the basic instead. It puts target... Yeah, my bad. If you put a debuff on him, he taunts. I forgot that Executrix basic also puts a debuff. Alright, that's fine. This guy is almost dead. But he has foresight, so we'll go ahead and kill this guy first. Now we'll remove all the buffs again. Offense up again. 40 seconds left, but I'm not gonna go to the end of the battle. I don't want to drop him. It's not my payout anymore. And here, as you can see, I mean, the basic shouldn't kill him, right? Yeah. As you can see, all my ships are healthy. I didn't lose a single one. The only one that died was the summons. And now we have ultimate, and ultimate will kill them and win the battle for us. Okay, so that's how you do it. You win. Here, so I lost some banners. That would be... This one would still get a full health banner even if he's missing a bit. This one might not. We're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 banners. That's a 71 banners win with only 4 ships, which is really, really, really good. So let's go ahead and do it one more time, just to ensure some consistency with this counter. But I've played it 15 to 20 times so far, haven't lost a single one. So I think it's pretty reliable, as long as you make sure to hit each of the landmarks. Here you need him to move after him, right, so that you can dispel the ability block, like so. Then on this turn you need to use this to force the mark on him. Then basic, not special, basic again, not special, so that the shield disruption is dodged by him. Then you use that to gain some tankiness, right? It's 50% more health with 5 stacks of formation. Here, just a basic. You won't kill him right now anyway, and he's gonna heal when the enemy crits. Not a reinforce, that's fine. Taunt on him. Now Outrider is gonna basic and miss. Okay, we already have one dead, that's good. Okay, they're getting a lot of assists, but that's fine. Now we're gonna bring the bomber. Bomber comes in, burns everyone. So you don't need to use the AoE, basic for now. We're gonna wait until the next turn. Here we just use the basic as well. There we go, this one is out. Now we're gonna work on Outrider. There's no point in targeting him because he's gonna wiggle and go back into stealth, well, into outmaneuver, so he won't be targetable, he will heal. So it's really better to target him and try to get him out ASAP. Here, if I use this special here, that's a good example. Using it now would be a mistake because he's dazed, so he won't be able to assist. So using the basic is better because I have a chance to actually kill him, and if he doesn't die, the burn will finish him. Like so. And now Outrider is out, which is really good for us. Okay, that's okay. Now we're gonna go with the basic on him. Let's try to get the Phoenixes out. Offense up on everyone. Let's give taunt back to our tank. And that's one out. We go. Let's burn everyone again to prevent assists. No, he's gonna wiggle. So I'm gonna go for him instead. Maybe I can even get him out. Not quite. Here comes the AoE. Basics. This guy's out. And we get the mark on him again. Now we can get some health and protection back on, let's say, him. Maybe you can get an ability block, which would actually be helpful. Yeah, we got an expose as well. Basic is gonna drop him to 50% health. And that could actually kill him. So here, as you can see, we're missing one banner for protection on this guy. This guy is... I don't know about this guy. He might be missing one banner. Let's say he's missing one as well. This one is 4. This one is 4. So that's 2 banners missing, 74 banners win. On a maxed out Relic 9 Profundity fleet with the perfect reinforcement order. So yeah, it's a really, really, really solid counter. So we're gonna go ahead and do it one last time. just to make sure you guys got it right. And then we'll move on to the other one, which I have more practice with, but which is a little worse in terms of bonus. And also sacrifices the Sworn Fleet, which is the other issue with it. It uses Vader anti-IN, so yeah, that's kind of why I prefer this one, but I'm not entirely sure yet of all the potential bad RNGs that can happen. Alright, so there we go. So you know what to do. Special, basic, basic. Now he uses special, he misses. Special one. Basic. We get the taunt on this guy after the Phoenix does his thing. Special one. Oh. Okay, that's a first for me. First time I actually lose Scythe here. Okay, that makes things interesting. Alright. Let's basic him. Well, here's a good edge case. Let's see if we can still get the win. Okay, we got the tank out. Now here comes the Phoenix. We're still okay. I think we're still okay. Let's give the taunt back to the tank. Cleanse, burn. Alright, Outrider is out. Yeah, those forces are a little annoying. I'm gonna go ahead and do an AoE. We saw that it didn't matter if I use the basic, it's gonna put the taunt on him anyway. I'm gonna go for basic here. Really try to get as many kills as I can early, in case Profundity ults, and we really trying to make sure we still win even if they get to the ult. Okay. Just the basic here, that's fine. Again, I'm gonna go for the damage. And the damage again. Alright, and now we're back to only one enemy ship. Cassian is gonna come in. Okay, that's fine. Basic. And now we got the ult. And the ult is gonna kill them. Or if it doesn't kill them, it's gonna drop them to... Like, one of them will die for sure. The other one might get at like 20% or 30% health. And then it will be killed by the last two ships. So here... Okay, so that is legit the first time it happens to me. That Scythe dies, but it's a good study case, I would say. So we lost 2 banners here, 1 banner here, 1 banner here, and then 3 banners on the ship dead. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 banners lost. So 69. It's a 69 points win. But once again, we still have our strong fleet available for defense, and that's gonna take a lot of banners from my opponent. So even if this one was not as good as the others, I would say it's still worth it. So you know what? Maybe I can do one last, just because we just had a case I never had before, so might as well try one more time. See how that goes, and then we'll move on to the second counter, the other one I mentioned, the one I'm more accustomed with. That I know it never fails, but is messier banner-wise. Alright. So again, special one, basic. Go, remove all the buffs. Basic here again. Now they're gonna come in with a Phoenix. No assist here, so this time our Scythe is fine. Outrider is gonna miss on this guy. There we go. And there we go. We lost one tie. So we can bring the bomber. With the bomber we use the basic, right? We keep the AoE for the next turn. Let's try to get rid of him. There we go. Oh, yeah, one more thing. It's very important to not leave enemy ships with low health. If there's an enemy ship below 50% health and you have the choice between killing it or using a heal and waiting one turn, it's really important that you kill the ship. Because if you don't, that's gonna trigger Outrider to use his special 2, which he only ever uses if someone is in need of a heal, and that special 2 gives 20% ultimate charge to the enemy Profundity. So if you let him use special 2, you're probably going to get ulted by him. And when that happens, you may still win, but you're still going to lose a lot of banners to the damage you get every turn you take because of the debuff that is applied after the ult. So it's really important to make sure that you don't let an enemy ship in. Yeah, like here. Here, for example, if I had the choice between healing and killing it, I would go for the kill, because otherwise he's gonna use special too. That is a very good example here. But here I get the kill and I get the fear on the enemies because Scythe got the kill. So that is a high roll. This is a really lucky run. Fear means both of them miss their turn, so they're gonna deal a lot less damage, which will make it a lot easier for me to win. And here I might actually go for... No, I'm gonna go for offensive actually. Might even get to kill the Falcon. Yeah. So here, for example, I could use the heal, but I think the basic is better. Kill the Falcon. Once the Falcon is out, it's game over. So here we're gonna get to a very easy win because the two Phoenix can do anything. There we go. Cleanse. Special one. We're gonna go for the debuffs here. Yeah, this is part of the buff, so might as well use that while I heal someone. Let's say... Yeah, this one seems to be completely out of protection, so I'm gonna heal him instead. Now let's try to get rid of him. Yeah, there we go. And now basically it's game over. Basic is gonna get dodged. Then I use that. And now on the next turn, basic is gonna kill it. So that's another win with 0 banners lost here. Might be 1 banner lost here, 1 here. So that's 74 or 75 banners. So again, a really high banner count. And with that said, let's move on to the second counter. That's the one I was using before, which I know works. But it's more costly in terms of ships, in terms of banners. And so it consists of those 3 in the starting lineup. And then you bring in the Bomber, the TIE IN, the Bomber, which is here, the TIE IN, and Scythe. So TIE IN is actually not going to be used. You won't have time to bring it in before you win. But you need it for the unique, which reduces the cooldowns of Tarkin. And that's the main difference with the other counter, is that because of those two, reinforcement will be increased by 1 because of the Profundity unique, but this ability will come in 1 turn earlier. And that makes it a lot easier to win before you get ulted by Profundity. But the problem is that you will lose this guy, you will lose this guy, you might even lose this guy. So it's really messy banner-wise. You lose a lot of banners. Even you have to go with all the ships, so already you are at the maximum 74, and it was 76 for the previous one, so that's already 2 banners lower. And then on top of that, you're gonna lose 3, 6, 9 banners, probably 10 here, maybe 11 there, so that's you're gonna get like 63 to 66 banners in most of the battles. But it's very consistent, so it is what it is. Do with it as you will. But yeah, that's the idea of this counter. And again, there are a couple of very important points, which I will go over on the first battle. So they always go for Vader here, always. And that's why we're getting the Sith Bomber. As you can see, when a Sith ally is damaged, Sith Bomber puts a bomb on them, and when that bomb explodes, it's a 1-turn explosion, and when it goes boom, they get dazed. And so right now, Outrider is unable to assist, and that is very good for us. Because that has a lot of control. You're gonna see some people from Mo and Co who use what's his name? Gauntlet instead of this guy. Gauntlet gives you 50% extra defense for your Empire ships. So you are less likely to die, but if you have bad RNG and this guy is allowed to assist, and he will because he's not gonna get dazed, then you're gonna get ulted before you can do anything. So that's why I really like this guy here, because of the daze on Outrider. Outrider is the main ultimate charge for Profundity, right? Because of all the crits he does, he hits 4 times every time. Each attack has a chance to call an assist. So it's really good to have a daze, really powerful to have a daze on him. Alright, so now we're going to use a basic. Anyway, we can do anything else, but even if we had a special, it would be basic. Always basic on him. Basic again, we really want him to use his shield disruption. Usually he goes for the tank with it, but sometimes he goes for him. That was lucky. Here, as you saw, it displayed shield disruption and then it got removed. And that's because of this guy's unique. Whenever he takes damage from a target locked enemy, and he was target locked because Vader basic team and put target lock, which by the way cannot be resisted, so that is consistent. And then he gets dispelled. So as soon as he gets it, it goes away. And that is the best case scenario. But usually it goes on him, and when it goes on him, this guy goes down quickly. So here we're gonna get probably a really good run for us. AoE here to put more bombs on the enemies. Sometimes the Falcon dodges, sometimes he doesn't. Here he dodged, so not the best case scenario, but should still not be an issue. So he's gonna get bombs again because he hit Vader. And now we're gonna go ahead and bring the bomber. And here, same strategy as before, we use the basic. Not the AoE because, as you can see, everyone is already burned. So basic. And now he's gonna go down quickly. And basic again. And here, it's important to not have taunt on anyone. And unfortunately, I will have taunt on him. The problem is the AI right here, when it brings the second Phoenix, if there is no enemy taunting, it will go for the assist, or at least it will try to call assist, but no one will assist because of the burn, on one of those ships, one of the weaker ones. But if someone is taunting, instead it will use the AoE. And when it comes in, it puts target lock on everyone, which cannot be resisted. And then it ability blocks everyone that is target locked. So that means that our bomber here will get ability blocked, and so will not be able to use his AoE on his next turn. So we're gonna have some time during which the enemies will not be burning anymore and will be able to assist. And so that is actually not so good for us. And here, pretty bad as well, because he got to use his special too. And here, as you can see, oh, we got lucky. We resisted the ability block. But if we didn't resist it right here, we might have lost more banners. Here it's salvageable now because this guy is going to be able to burn them. Probably kill Outrider with it as well. But if it couldn't burn, we couldn't have hit the guy here. So the guy would have survived, taken one more turn, and that would have been actually tragic. So we got lucky in our lack of luck, I would say. But this is a really good example of a run. And now we bring in Scythe, and that's where Scythe comes in. Usually when it comes in, there's more enemies alive. I guess we got a little bit lucky here. And he can dispel everything. And then we get a lot of stacks of formation. Gonna go ahead and try to kill this guy. Put the taunt on the bomber. Yeah, there we go. And now it won. Right, he's gonna do whatever he wants, doesn't really matter. Now we got the ult, one turn earlier than with the other counter. And now it's game over. But even with some luck, we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 banners. So that's only 68 because we started with a maximum potential of 74. Only 68 banners, and that was a really good run where we didn't lose anyone on the opening hits. Let's go ahead and do it again. And I hope this time I don't get as good RNG, so that you can see what happens when things get messy. They got a lot of assists, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's actually pretty bad RNG, which is good, right? We'll see if we can still make it. Target lock. So if he goes for disruption on him, it will dispel, but he won't. IFA that this time he will go for again. Huh. Wonder if they also changed the AI to go for him. If they did, it's actually a good thing. Not even sure it's a good thing. If Vader survives, we saw that we almost lost earlier because of that. That's actually pretty interesting. I haven't played this counter since they changed the AI for Profundity. They might have tweaked some other things in the same time. Oh, at least Vader is out. Yeah, as long as Vader is out, it's fine. Why I'm saying that? Because when Vader basics, he target locks, and as long as an enemy is target locked, this guy cannot lose taunt. And we want him to lose taunt. We want him to lose taunt so that the enemy Ghost? Is it Ghost Phantom? Always. Well, the second one, when it comes in, so that it doesn't AoE, but rather uses a special 1 for the assist, which means that we'll not get ability blocked, which means we get to AoE on the next turn. So just basic here, that's fine. Basic again. Alright, here comes. And here, no one is taunting, and as you will see, yeah, he tried to call assist. He can't because they're all burning, but he tried to call an assist. And so, because of that, we are not ability blocked here, and so we can use the burn on the enemies. Like so, there we go. Pretty unusual for me. Usually this guy is dead by that time. It's never happened to me twice in a row to get the focus on Palpatine. Alright, and here, it's the best when... We got lucky here. When he comes in, he has a chance to put fear on the enemies. but it's not unresistible. So last time everyone resisted it, but this time we got it on everyone. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 buffs dispellables. We're gonna get 13 stacks of formation, 14 actually, 16, even more than maybe I miscounted one of them. But yeah, that's a ton of stacks. That's 160% extra offense. So the damage is gonna be insane. Yeah, 53k from the tank is actually nuts. And here we got the ult, and it's game over. And so this time we lost 1, 2, 3, 4 banners plus 3 from the ship that died. 7 banners lost, which is 67 banners in Grand Arena. So pretty good, right? But like I said, that forces you to use Vader, tie IN, so you cannot have a secondary Empire fleet. So let's do it one more time. I'm really curious to see if they fix the AoE of this guy to the AI, sorry, of this guy to always target the shadow. If they did, that actually changes things quite a bit. I think it makes this counter a little better. A little better, I think. Not many assists here. I guess they made up for it with the hit on the bomber. Alright, basic here, not the AoE. We want him to use this shield disruption. Yeah, okay. So that's what actually happens, most of the time. This guy gets shield disruption, which means he cannot get protection back from bombs exploding, which means he's gonna die very shortly. And in that situation, I like to use this ability here, just to put the taunt on Vader, make him survive a little longer. If they hit him, they're gonna get more bombs from this guy. So only if this guy has shield disruption, I like to use the taunt move to make Vader taunt instead of this guy so that he survives a little longer. He's gonna go down anyway, but making Vader take some hits is actually beneficial for us. You can see they all got some bombs on them. Well, now this guy is dead, but that's fine. Vader survives again. Alright, TIE Bomber is coming in now. We're just gonna go ahead with the basic here. Actually like it if Vader died right here. Thank you. So that I don't target lock him, so that when this guy comes in, he doesn't use this AoE. There we go. That looks more like a regular run with this team. Can be a little scary, but that's where the power of Scythe comes in. When Scythe comes, it completely stabilizes the counter. Right. Now they have a bunch of buffs. He's gonna summon 2 units, which is going to give them 2 stacks of protection up, which I will gladly dispel for a lot. As you can see, I'm gonna dispel all of that for a ton of buffs of formation, 70 stacks, and I can go ahead and proceed to murder everyone in the enemy fleet. And so now, well, you know at this point you know what happens next. We ult and it's game over. And this time we lost 2 ships, so that's 6 banners, 7, 8, 9. We lost 9 banners here, so that's 65 points win. Again, it's a little lower than with the other one, but it's not terrible either. Okay, so to make sure you understood, we'll play it one last time, and then I'm gonna stop because it's starting to get expensive crystal-wise. So we'll do one more battle just to show you. This one I never lost with it once. Never once. Always get to the ult, and without Scythe I lost a couple times, but the arrival of Scythe as a second reinforcement completely stabilizes the counter. So if you want something that is absolutely consistent, I would recommend this one. But yeah, I really like the other one too, because you can put Throne on defense, and Throne on defense is gonna take 5-6 banners from your opponent most of the time. So yeah, running the other one is very tempting. But I mean, you saw what happened earlier in the video. I stumbled upon a case that never happened to me in 20 battles or so. So who knows, might have another one of those random RNG cases happen to me while in Grand Arena. Make me lose a round. Wouldn't be unheard of. So yeah, this one I know works for sure. The other one, most of the time it does, but depends whether or not you're willing to risk certain disruption goes on him. But yeah, it depends whether or not you're willing to risk losing your round on an edge case. Okay, they actually got the bomber, even though he didn't have ship disruption. Interesting. Well, maybe this guy can get ability blocked, and then you will see what I mean by the annoyance of that thing. Let's go with basic here as well. So target lock on him. Oh, he actually died. So this guy's gonna go for the assist move. Ah, this time we got this one to die. I don't think we had that happen in the past. So when Palpatine dies, it's quite annoying because you lose the protection up. By the way, that is why we use Palpatine here. When they get critically hit by an enemy, they gain protection up, and I believe it is doubled for either for Empire allies or if it's Rebel enemies. So that's how you survive so long, because enemies, Rebels, they like to crit, and whenever they crit you gain protection up, and that just buffers the enemy damage. Except, for, of course, when it's Falcon, because Falcon dispels with his basic. Yeah, we got the ability block on him, so we won't be able to burn. But it's fine. We got Scythe is coming in. Don't have that many buffs to dispel. That's okay. Let's just go for a basic on him. Basic as well. Yeah, so... What? Why is he healing on me? Huh. Not sure why he's healing with my abilities. But yeah, it doesn't really matter because now I have the ultimate and once again it's a win. But once again we lost 2 full ships, 6 banners, 7, 8, 9 banners lost again, so again 65 banners win. So yeah, you have 2 options. I wanted to give you everything I had basically. Now before I end the video I will just show you my pilots. So for this fleet, yeah, maybe it's better if I do it this way. So I have pretty high relic pilots. Relic 8 Vader with full 6 emotes. Relic 7 and 5 on Palpatine and Royal Guard. I believe these are the relic, minimum relic levels you need for SEE unlock. But again, they all have, well, I guess he's missing one now, but they have pretty much full 6 emotes as well. I just need to give him one back. Marauder also has full 6 emotes and is relic 7. Again, that's the minimum relic level we can get for SEE. And that's it for the 6 ships. And then now for the Empire ships, we have relic 8 on Grand Inquisitor, which is a little higher than what you need for the Reva mission. Relic 7 and him, they also both have full 6 emotes. They have all their Zetas as well. Yeah, this one is the Omicron. So they have all their Zetas as well. Advanced Forces already saw it. Interceptor, we don't bring it in, so it doesn't really matter the relic level. And then from Gauntlet, we have relic 3 on him, with no 6E like I said. And relic 1 with absolutely no mods whatsoever on him, just so that the ship has a low speed and moves after the enemy profundity for the first iteration of the counters that I showed you. As for Tarkin, he's only relic 7. Well, he's relic 7, which is the minimum required relic for SEE as well, I think. But he's missing one Zeta, so... However, he has full 60 mods again. I'm always short on Zeta, that's always a running gag with me, I never have enough to put on everyone. So this one, yeah, just didn't apply it, but it's still working fine. If you apply it, it will be a little faster, but you'll get reinforcements out a little faster, the ultimate a little faster as well. So, probably won't hurt if you apply it. But yeah, that's it for the counters, guys. I really hope it helps you. In my opinion, because of those counters existing, and let's decide to nerf it, I think it's better to keep Profundity and Profundity on offense. Yeah, I've been doing it for a while so that I can counter the Executor triple attacker lineup with it. But yeah, setting it on defense now when you have the high risk that your opponent is going to get 73 to 76 banners on it, and lose a fleet that on offense does up to 78 banners is quite a blunder in my opinion. So yeah, I would really recommend you take out Profundity from your defense and use it on offense, assuming your opponent has sight. If they don't, it's fine to put it on defense, but otherwise, yeah, I wouldn't put it on defense. I think it's better on offense, Profundity. Yeah, I'm talking about nerfs because I already nerfed Scythe once because they were not happy with the targeting. Now, if you see that you can get 76 with Executrix still, they might change some AI again to nerf it again. So, yeah, who knows? Maybe it will be nerfed again, but in the current state, it's very, very good. If you didn't hear, they're gonna nerf Defender now. Apparently, Defender is excellent to counter Executor. So that's the third nerf in 3 weeks after Scythe and Tri-Omicron. So there could be a fourth one coming in the future. If they do, I will try to find a new counter that still works. I mean, if they change the AI targeting, the second counter I showed you, the one with Scythe and reinforcements, will still work. That is for sure. But they might kill the first one. So again, another reason for me to show you both so that you have a second option. All right. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. And have a good day.